Some stories are not meant to be told. They are buried for a reason, sealed not by time, but by fear. The tale of Bhairavgarh is one of them. In the Thar Desert, locals whisper that even speaking its name invites misfortune. But Vikram Singh Rathore, a historian from Jaipur, did not believe in whispers. He believed in facts. That belief would cost him everything. It began with an anonymous letter. Inside was a hand-drawn map on aged parchment, pointing to a forgotten fort deep in the desert. Below it, a single line was written in uneven ink. The Rathores of Bhairavgarh did not vanish. They were silenced. For Vikram, whose research focused on lost royal lineages, this was irresistible. Records of a minor Rathore dynasty abruptly ended in the late 18th century. No war, no exile, no explanation. Just silence. He drove for 2 days, Jaipur fading into endless sand and thorny karee trees. The last village before the deep desert was quiet, almost reluctant to exist. There, Vikram met Thakura Amar Singh, the old caretaker. When Vikram mentioned Bhairavgarh, the man spat into the sand. "Turn back, Sahib," he said. "That place is not abandoned. It is awake." Money was offered. It was refused. "The sand there doesn't just bury stone," the Thakura whispered. "It buries sin." Vikram went anyway. At sunset, the fort appeared jagged, broken. Watching, Bhairavgarh stood in complete silence. No birds, no insects, even the wind seemed afraid to move. The air was unnaturally cold. He camped near the broken gate, planning to explore at dawn. That night, the wind returned, but it did not sound like wind. From within the fort came a faint, rhythmic sound, pails, anklets, walking, slow, deliberate. Vikram told himself it was exhaustion, isolation, fear planted by an old man's warning. Sleep did not come easily. He dreamed of ash-covered hands, guttural Sanskrit chants, and a woman kneeling in prayer, her eyes full of terror, not devotion. At first light, he entered the fort. Sand had swallowed courtyards and royal chambers. At the center stood a small temple. Its idols were shattered, not by time, but by rage. Beneath the temple floor, he found a sealed stone slab. Opening it took hours. The air below smelled of burnt herbs, and something else, something old, grieving. Inside were scrolls, the personal records of Pandit Kailashnath, the royal priest. As Vikram read, the sun began to sink. Shadows stretched unnaturally across the walls. Then the wind whispered again. This time it carried a name, Padmavati. The scrolls revealed the truth. The Rathore king, desperate for a male heir, had turned to forbidden rites. The tantric priest promised power at a cost. The sacrifice required was not blood alone, but a soul. Rani Padmavati Devi, the queen, was chosen. She was not killed. She was offered. Her life essence was drained in a ritual meant to secure the dynasty's future. The final entry read, "Her anklets have gone silent. The ritual is complete. The dynasty is secure." But history proved otherwise. The fort grew colder. From outside the chamber came soft weeping, not threatening, endless, broken. Vikram fled the chamber. Near the temple, he saw her not fully, not clearly. A woman in royal attire, face hidden, anklets faintly ringing. She was not looking at him. She was looking upward, waiting. The chanting returned low, desperate, inhuman. The voice of Pandit Kailash Nath repeating the ritual forever. Vikram ran. At dawn, he collapsed into the village. Thakura Ma Singh was waiting. You heard her, the old man said quietly. She does not seek revenge. She seeks justice. But the sin still lives. Years ago, young men had entered the fort drunk on bravado. Only one returned. His hair had turned white overnight. He never spoke again. Mirabai had seen him emerge at sunrise, muttering about ash-covered hands and prayers that were answered with silence. Vikram left that day. He tried to publish the truth. No one believed him. The scrolls were dismissed. His warnings ignored. Months later, Vikram Singh Ratha disappeared from his Jaipur apartment. No struggle, no theft. Only a thin layer of desert sand covered his desk. And on his dictaphone 3 minutes of silence, followed by a single sound. An anklet getting closer, then nothing. Bhairavgarh remains forgotten. They say the Rani still walks its corridors. They say the curse is not a ghost, but a truth that refuses to stay buried. So be careful which forgotten stories you seek. Some silences are listening. If this story stayed with you longer than it should have, then you already understand why these tales are whispered, not spoken. For more true-feeling horror stories lost to time, subscribe to the channel and share this story carefully, because some silences are always listening.